In the spring of 1894, London is abuzz with the news of Sherlock Holmes's unexpected return. Dr. Watson, Holmes's loyal friend, is stunned to find the great detective alive and well in his study. The room is filled with the scent of tobacco and the crackling of the fireplace, setting a mysterious atmosphere. Holmes reveals his elaborate plan to Watson, showcasing a lifelike wax bust of himself placed by the window. The room is dimly lit, with shadows dancing across the walls as Holmes and Watson prepare to lay their trap for the cunning Colonel Moran. The scene shifts to the crime scene, Ronald Adair's locked room. The room is in disarray, with a single bullet hole in the wall and a pool of blood on the floor. The undisturbed flower bed outside the window adds to the perplexity of the crime. Holmes and Watson discuss their suspicions about Colonel Moran, the dangerous right-hand man of the late Professor Moriarty. The room is filled with tension as they piece together the clues, their eyes gleaming with determination. The climax unfolds as Holmes and Watson spring their trap, capturing the shadowy figure of Colonel Moran. The room is filled with the sound of struggle and the clatter of the wax bust hitting the floor. The tension is palpable as the villain is subdued. With Moran in custody, Holmes reveals his theory about Adair's murder. The room is filled with the weight of the revelation as Holmes explains the motive behind the crime, his voice steady and confident. Holmes recounts his past adventures with Moriarty, painting a vivid picture of the criminal mastermind and his deadly henchman, Moran. The room is filled with the echoes of their past exploits, adding depth to the present mystery. As the story concludes, Holmes and Watson look forward to their next adventure. The room is filled with anticipation and excitement, the promise of new mysteries and challenges hanging in the air. The scene opens with Holmes explaining his fake death to Watson. The room is filled with the scent of old books and the flickering light of the fireplace, creating an atmosphere of intrigue and secrecy. Holmes reveals his secret mission to dismantle Moriarty's criminal empire. The room is dimly lit, with the shadows of the bookshelves casting a mysterious aura as Holmes shares his plans with Watson. Holmes describes Colonel Moran's past as a brilliant soldier and marksman. The room is filled with the echoes of gunshots and the clatter of Moran's boots as Holmes recounts the Colonel's deadly skills. Holmes recounts his harrowing escape from Moriarty's clutches, narrowly avoiding death at the Reichenbach Falls. The room is filled with the chilling wind and the sound of rushing water as Holmes shares his tale of survival. Holmes and Watson prepare for the final showdown with Moran. The room is filled with the tension of anticipation, the air thick with the promise of danger and the thrill of the chase. The scene opens with the discovery of Ronald Adair's body. The room is filled with the eerie silence of the crime scene, broken only by the distant sound of London's bustling streets. Holmes and Watson discuss the perplexing details of the murder. The room is filled with the weight of unanswered questions, the air thick with the scent of mystery. Holmes explains the silent air gun used by Moran. The room is filled with the sound of the ticking clock, as Holmes describes the weapon's deadly precision and the ease with which it could have been used to commit the crime. Holmes and Watson spring their trap, capturing the shadowy figure of Colonel Moran. The room is filled with the sound of struggle and the clatter of the wax bust hitting the floor, the tension palpable as the villain is subdued. With Moran in custody, Holmes reveals his theory about Adair's murder. The room is filled with the weight of the revelation, the air heavy with the promise of justice. Holmes recounts his past adventures with Moriarty, painting a vivid picture of the criminal mastermind and his deadly henchman, Moran. The room is filled with the echoes of their past exploits, adding depth to the present mystery. As the story concludes, Holmes and Watson look forward to their next adventure. The room is filled with anticipation and excitement, the promise of new mysteries and challenges hanging in the air.